Well, good morning, Alex.
Hey,
Um,
hey,
hey, for those who don't know you, I'm Addie, and I work for the OSHA Training Center in Dublin, and we manage the region that includes California, Arizona, Nevada, Hawaii, and some other areas in the Pacific. We provide training throughout that region, and probably the most important and the training that we do a lot of is training outreach trainers. And Alex Francois is one of our outreach trainers who works in the Bay Area. Obviously, we got the Golden Gate Bridge there behind him. And he works on a project, among other things, out at Treasure Island, which if you don't know where that is, go ahead and look that up. And I just want to introduce him, and I'm going to ask him some questions about kind of what it's like to be an outreach trainer. So welcome, Alex. And
morning.
hey, why don't you tell us how you got involved in safety in the first place?
Sure. Well, yeah. Again, my name is Alex Francois, and I've been OSHA outreach trainer for about 4 years, from 2016 to the current pandemic. I roughly taught about 60 classes with an average of 7 people per class, so a little over 400 people. I've taught an OSHA 10 class too. So yeah, Eddie, I was really happy to hear about this new project that you guys are working on, creating for the OSHA Training Institute, and wanted to just share with you, why I got involved, what it's been like to be a trainer. But you know, I think the reasons are similar for a lot of people. In my situation, I was a first generation immigrant born in 1967. My parents immigrated from a third world country to escape dictatorship, poverty, and a lack of opportunity. As I grew up, they did teach me about the struggles of African Americans and women in this country, but they also spoke a lot about the U.S. as a place of opportunity. So in my teens and mid-20s, I worked as a general laborer, but in a non-union capacity. For many years, I knew nothing about construction safety and the importance of safety, never really knowing that I had the right to a healthy and safe work site. So it scares me to think about how many close calls I did experience or accidents that I did witness of other people having. And in general, that's why I got involved many years later in my life. I saw the importance of training young and new workers into the industry, the risks of injury being higher for individuals who didn't have an awareness of the safety hazards. So, I was first exposed to OSHA in college. I went to a school called SUNY College of Environmental Science and Forestry. This school was historically a forestry school, so it lacked having any women or minorities who wanted to pursue forestry as a trade. So there were many scholarships available to attract women and minorities into the industry. While I was there, I was introduced to OSHA, but I didn't take too many classes still. I wish I had taken more, but I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Construction Management and Engineering. So, what it's been like to be a trainer for myself, it wasn't until about 20 years later that I took my first OSHA class. But today, I work as an employment project manager for a nonprofit called One Treasure Island. For the past 25 years, I've been designing and implementing construction training programs for underrepresented local residents, minorities, women, and even veterans. So becoming an OSHA trainer, outreach trainer, has really enhanced my abilities to design and implement workforce development training programs that incorporate a lot of safety. So I've had a great pleasures in performing an outreach and recruitment to find women, minorities, and veterans for training and in the construction sector.
That's great. Wow, I didn't know that about your background, Alex. Thank you for sharing that. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I know you've had some great successes. You said you've taught over 400 students, and I think I read in that recent San Francisco Chronicle article, was it San Francisco Chronicle?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that you'd had placed at least 75 into jobs in construction. And I was wondering if you could share just some of your successes in the program that you have there and how the helping people get their OSHA 10 card benefits them.
Yeah, right at the same time of the pandemic, we were graduating our sixth cohort, and we had about 1/3 of the participants being veterans. The day of the graduation in March, we received an order from the city of San Francisco to shut down any large gatherings. So, the graduates were despondent and shocked of the news that had happened. And all the jobs that were promised to them were now on pause. So construction, just like the rest of the world, just pretty much paused for a little bit. Many of our students, all of our students, the vets were in disbelief. But we maintained contact with each other as the trade slowly picked up. So in a sense, the program was timely because it did provide them with valuable certs regarding safety practices and a network of individuals. So during that time, we were able to, eventually get moving again, putting people to work in the operating engineers, the laborers union, abatement, stationary engineer. Those were the veterans that I'm just talking about. But we're able to, serve them, and it's been a real honor to serve the veterans. People who served us without knowing us, to keep us safe, without ever meeting us, is truly an honor to serve those individuals who volunteered for us. So, but again, prior to the pandemic, we had some vets who were, sleeping in their cars and coming to class. They were functioning, but they were just looking for a break. And, I would meet them in the parking lot, and they got to class, completed all the coursework. They believed in us. We believed in them. Our team provided them and guided them with the partnership that they needed. We have got a phenomenal staff who help them with reunification with their children, acquiring new apartments while achieving financial stability through gainful employment. So, being an outreach trainer has really allowed me to offer some great benefits to the community. Our program really shows the heart of Treasure Island, and we're here to build a safe community that works and takes care of each other. Treasure Island is going to be an incredible place to live, and we're proud to help build it. We train people to build safely for people of all backgrounds, and it's incredibly gratifying to be able to have a role in helping women, minorities, veterans build homes for other veterans. So COVID-19 prevented us from holding any kind of public graduation ceremony for our participants, but it hasn't really weakened our resolve to continue the work we're doing, giving people hope and putting them in a position to improve their lives, really.
That's wonderful, Alex. My goodness. I'm going to have a link to the article that you were recently featured in about the project where there's veterans who, some of them or maybe all of them, have gone through your program and are helping build homes that they might eventually live in out there on Treasure Island. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you just a little bit, a shout out of anything you want to say about working with us, the OSHA Training Institute Center here that is headquartered in Dublin.
Absolutely. I'm still pushing my boundaries and limits to what we can become. I'm looking to ways of partner with you guys. This is future stuff, but in the past, participating in the class has really given me the confidence in myself to be an outreach trainer. Working at the Training Institute, meeting other contractors, other safety professionals, EMTs, firemen, policemen, has just been a really wonderful experience being in class with those individuals and learning from each other about their experiences and what they do. But it really gave me the confidence that I could be an outreach trainer. If safety is the basic common denominator that we're all preaching, then it really doesn't matter which field you're in. Fall is a fall. But I've really appreciated the experience I had and the constant mentoring and kind of like the fraternity system that's there. I feel that it's a very enticing, or what's the right word? Look forward to continuing my education in safety, but really looking forward to teaching and sharing that same network to the new apprentices that we train. So that's been really great, watching our new budding apprentices share that same enthusiastic feeling about safety, and really exposing them immediately to the safety sector. So we have a number of individuals that are have been promoted to in safety positions and are interested as well in learning more about a career in safety. So the bug has really bitten me since I've started at the Training Institute in ways that, like I said, never had before. And I'm really just excited about where the future takes me, takes the organization, and how we can partner continuously with the Training Institute. Now that COVID's upon us, it may be here for a minute. So, how do we provide that awareness to individuals about the opportunities and learning about, how to be safe in that situation, how to teach people about awareness of safe practices in the field. So, I don't know, Addie, I got to work a little bit more, I think. I might need to think about that one through.
That's okay. Wow, this is great talking to you, Alex. This is our first interview of the series that we're going to be doing, and I'm so happy we got to talk this morning and have you share like what your background is and your experience as a trainer and everything. And I really appreciate the connection with what you're doing out there a lot.
Yeah, and I've appreciated you as one of those mentors for me out here, Addie.